Is Joe Milton the real deal? Do you think he steps up this game? Or are we going to see Nico, the freshman quarterback, the phenom, later on this year, possibly this game? What are your thoughts?
First of all, I do have to correct you on one thing, because anybody watching Tennessee, they're going to go Vols. It's Vols. You're saying it wrong.
Yeah, I think I'm saying it perfectly right. I'm going to disagree with you.
Oh God, I knew it. You're doing it on purpose.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I'm going to disagree. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
Already off to a great start. No, Joe, we're going to find out a lot about Joe Saturday. I'll just go ahead and tell you, I was not happy with the performance with Austin Peay. That just did not suit me at all. This is a guy that's got the world of talent, but you can have all the talent in the world. You got to come through when the heat's on. So this will be the ultimate test, in my opinion. Playing at the Swamp is probably as difficult a spot as you could possibly play. And it's going to be rowdy. It's going to be randy. It's going to be everything you can think of, and then about 10 times more. I expect the Swamp to be an absolute nightmare, and I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be incredibly fun, and our Vols need to jump on the Gators quickly and try to get that crowd quieted down. Otherwise, the further along we go, the more the belief will be that, hey, we can win this game and we can take them down like we've done 9 times in a row down here.
I think this game, obviously, Tennessee and Florida is always an exciting one, but I can't remember the last time Tennessee walked in this hype before, and Florida being, in a sense, in shambles of where they're at from the fan base. But I think after week one, Florida fans were just in complete disarray of what happened at Utah. But after seeing the past 2 weeks, seeing the entire college football landscape, Florida kind of bouncing back against McNeese State, they're starting to be, the Kool-Aid's starting to drip a little bit more back in. I mean, for me, it is anyways, as it should be. And again, I was watching a Jake Crane show, the Craning Company show this just the other day, and they were even talking the spread, I think, was up in the double-digit area, and now it's come down to 6.5. I think the performance that Milton's put on his first 2 weeks out hasn't been fantastic. And people, I don't know if they know this or not, but he was at Michigan. Then he came over to Tennessee, and he lost a job to Hendon Hooker. I mean, it was kind of see who could run with it. And he sat behind Hendon Hooker for the last 2 years. So this quarterback is basically your Stetson Bennett, been around for 6 years, and still doesn't look extremely fantastic. The one thing that I will say, although he hasn't really been hitting the passes, the short passes, he can throw at 98 yards. His ability to run is always going to keep you in the game and give you a chance to win. And that scares me. I mean, I think you saw what Nate Johnson did at Utah, what he was able to do on his legs. And I believe Joe can throw the ball a lot better than Milton can. But do you think Nico has a possibility to take over, or is that fans getting a little bit too anxious?
Well, I think Joe would have to fail. We'd probably have to lose this game in sort of poor fashion before we saw Nico. I think he's going to keep Joe in the whole game regardless.
Okay.
Which that's just my opinion, because I think I don't know that he wants to start or get Nico into that situation right off the bat as a true freshman. Usually true freshmen don't perform all that well, even if you're the number one recruit in the country like he was. And he's been at Tennessee for 10 months, but he didn't get any live reps in that last game against Austin Peay because we were messing around with them and making them believe that they even had a shot to stay close. That's a game that we should have been up by 30 in the first half, and then he played the whole second half. So I don't think we'll see Nico. If we do, then it's something terrible's happened. Either Joe got hurt or he's just absolutely blown up and thrown 2 or 3 interceptions and lost all his confidence or something like that. Other than that, I'd say we'll see him the whole game. On the running part, I want this guy to run. I want Joe Milton to be a dual threat quarterback because he can be, and I think he would create tremendous matchup problems for Florida's defense if he would do that, because they're not looking for it. They're not looking for Joe to run. And he ran a few times against Austin Peay, and there wasn't anybody anywhere near him because they're just not seeing it. He likes to showboat that arm. So
sure,
that's just my opinion.
Now, I saw a couple people obviously talking that there could be just a little bit of Milton not really paying attention, kind of just going out there and lollygagging around. Do you feel that there's, it's hard to get hyped up for those first 2 games? Georgia has been known for that, especially the last 2 years. They've struggled in these early on games. Could that be it, or is there actually real concern with Milton and his ability to have an accurate pass?
I don't think he's. I think he took it seriously. I don't think it's that at all. I think
Okay.
he's just. I think he's having some accuracy issues when the lights are on, and this would be a huge game for him to play well. See, he went into the Clemson game, and everybody was on the fence with him, and then he played. He played well. You know, he didn't kill it, but he was the player of the game. And so everybody was like, okay, I think he's going to be fine. Then he played okay at Virginia. You know, the first half wasn't that great. The second half, he balled out. So then we're thinking we're going into this Austin P game, and he's just going to throw for 300 plus. He's going to have his way with them so quickly, and that'll be the end of it. And then that didn't happen. And then we went to the sideways passes just to get him rolling, and he had about 11 straight of those. But, you know, those aren't really passes that require a tremendous amount of touch. And you don't have to lead the receivers and do all the things that, you know, being a quarterback's not easy.
Sure.
It's very difficult, especially with a lot of pressure on you. So we'll see. I think what they'll do with him, I think they'll start him out with some easy passes and try to run the ball. And I think that will be an extension of the run with the easy passes that our Heupel likes to do. And then you'll start seeing him air it out a little bit. That's my guess. Now, of course, I've said that, and he'll probably go deep with the first pass.